Okay, so that's live now. Thank you, Najee. Sorry, guys. Let me remove us from. I think it's on this one, Opera. Okay, so let's have a look at what you should be covering today. In your scheme of work for topic 7, you should be looking at surds and complex numbers, okay? So simplifying surds, using the multiplication and division rule, rationalizing the denominator, working with algebraic surds, and manipulating complex numbers, okay? I haven't actually, because I didn't give you any assessment for this topic, I haven't actually made any questions, but I'm going to make them in the class now with you. So let's go back and have a look at the live lessons that we had on topic 7. Yeah, so all 3 lessons are there. We can have a look at this one quickly and see what we did just to remind ourselves. I'm going to just scrub through it. And I'm going to put the volume down. Yeah, we had a look at, we know what irrational numbers are. And I told you about the multiplication rule and the division rule. And you should be able to simplify surds, okay? And write them in the form A root B, okay? You should be able to, if I ask you to simplify the square root of 45, you should be able to write it in the form A root B. And your question might say something like that, okay, in the exams. So here are a few that we did in class on the day. I'm not going to give you any of these ones. You are most likely going to have one of those ones, something like those ones, okay? So you are most likely going to have one of those ones. And then I'm going to I think we had a look at my maths then. Morning, guys, welcome. Mark, let me finish having a look at this now, yeah? Yeah. So there's another one. These are like more complex questions that we did on my maths. Okay, and this was to simplify to root 7 times 1 root 10, and we just wrote them all out. Yeah, and then we simplified the whole thing. Hmm? Okay, we also had a look at expanding brackets with surds. Yeah, so we did that example. Okay, and so you need to know how to expand brackets with surds. That's very important. And you also need to know how to add and subtract surds. I'm just going to pick up a couple of questions from here for your exams. So make sure that you practice them very well. Okay. Shows you how to multiply out surds. I'm not going to give you all of them. By Monday, when I teach you on Monday, you will definitely know for sure which one of them is coming, okay? We're reminding ourselves everything that we did. Okay, we had a look at rationalizing the denominator for single fractions. Okay, by multiplying it with the bottom number. So make sure that you remember this skill, how to do it, and look at that video. Okay, practice them, know how to do them. By Monday, I will let you know which one particularly is coming. All right. You need to know how to expand brackets. Did I write a couple of questions? Okay, so that was what we did with that one. Then topic 7 is actually pretty much straightforward. I think we went on to do on the second day of learning about surds, we went on to do rationalizing the denominator with more complex forms. Yeah, this is all still expanding brackets. I think we did it again. Sorry, I don't want the volume. Okay, so we had a look at how to rationalize the denominator for bigger ones. I'm going to write some of them now, and I can do it again with you so you remember how to do it. I'll do them with you on my whiteboard. Let's just look at all the skills we covered in class. Okay. And we had a look at a little bit of algebraic surds. Yeah. And that is on your scheme of work as well. You need to know how to expand brackets when they are not numbers. I don't know whether I'll give that to you in your exams, but there are a lot of things we covered. Because I didn't put an assessment in for you, I'm just going to choose a few of the things. And if I do it with you today, you know that that one is definitely one of the things that's probably going to be there, okay? Okay, let's have a look at complex numbers. I think you should have like 3 questions. I don't know, this was a class we did that I did with you. I went into the class to do it with you, so it was a little bit of a hit and miss lesson. I'm looking for my So let me see how many questions you should have for sorts. So for topic, topic 7, you should only have 2 or 3 questions really. So 2 questions is enough. So I'm probably just going to choose question on sorts and 1 question on complex numbers. 2 or 3 questions is enough. I don't want to, you have to be able to do it within the time of the exams. So you need to know how to be able to simplify complex numbers, okay? So remember how we did this one, yeah? Okay, let me just write that down. Complex numbers. And this may, who was asking the other day if you're going to have objective? This may be multiple choice. This may be multiple choice questions, or they may be just like simple ones, okay? You need to remember how to simplify complex numbers. Okay, so this would be the square root of -1 times 4 times 7. And when you are thinking about this, you have to think about a square number that can easily cancel down, okay? And you have to remember that the square root of -1 is the complex number I, yeah? I times 2 times root 7, 2I root 7. And when you write your answers, you have to write the number first and then put I before you put the roots, okay? Remember the ones you did in class. Yeah, -90, -45, -32. Okay? It's not going to be anything complex or crazy. I think I did these ones with you. I'm not going to do all this in the exams, no. That's okay. You just need to know how to simplify it for me, and I'll be happy with that, okay? So that's topic 7 done for you. I'm going to go off to my whiteboard now and just share some stuff with you. Oh, I have chats. Oh, Abdurrahman, what are you saying? That's okay. Oh, Abdurrahman, that's okay. And Rim, assessment 8. I don't know. I'll check, okay? Right. Okay, let me mark you guys, the people that are in. We'll go back to this and I'll check. But meanwhile, let me mark the people that just came in. Hamad Arim, Abdurrahman. Abdurrahman is in. Okay. Okay, so assessment 8 is, let's have a look. You have I don't know. It's open, okay? I didn't put any time in for it, okay? I didn't say it must be submitted by so time. But you should use your common sense. Assessment 9, let me check the timing. I don't think I put anything on assessment 9 as well because I know that I haven't started marking any of them. Okay, so they are open if anybody wants to do them. Okay, so that's what you need to know for your assessments. Let me practice your topic 7 quickly with you before the expiration of the 45 minutes for the first session. Okay, so the question for complex numbers is definitely going to be a simplified question, okay? Complex numbers is definitely going to be a simplified question. Simplify. So I'm just going to revise all of that with you now. Yeah, simplify the square root of negative 28. Yeah, and if it says to simplify the square root of negative 28, you know that the square root of negative anything includes I, don't you? So let's rewrite this one as a product of factors. I'm thinking about the factors of 28 here. I know that 1 times 28 is a factor, 2 times 14 is a factor, and 4 times 7 is a factor. But I'm going to choose this one because I know that this one can become square root of 4, which is going to give me 2. So I can choose that one. Yeah, so I choose that one to become, and I rewrite this as the square root of negative 1 times 4 times 7. Okay? If you didn't understand it when I was teaching it in class, make sure you can do it now. Then this is going to become the square root of negative 1 times the square root of 4 times the square root of 7. Square root of negative 1 is the same thing as I, and times 2 times the square root of 7. To finish it off, yeah, we just tidy it up nicely. You have to put the number first. It's going to be 2i root 7. And that's going to be the final answer, okay? Make sure that you can do these ones here. Negative 19, negative 45, and negative 32. Make sure that you can do 1, 2, 3. If you cannot do any of them, I'm going to give you 2, 3, 4 minutes to check your skill on this one. If you cannot do them, let me know and I will do them with you as a class, okay? If you cannot do them, I'm going to give you 4 minutes now to practice them. I'll leave my example on the board because you're going to get something like that, one of those type of questions to simplify, okay? Okay. On which one? Hamad, what's the answer to which one? Question 1? Okay, well done. I'll see now, okay? How can you check if your answer is correct? I like that question. I don't know. Well, you have to go walk back and see if you can get back to where you got where you got from originally. Yeah, you have to walk back and see if you can get back to where you started from originally. So this is going to be the square root of 2 times the square root of I of -1. I'm sorry, of -1. No, 2 squared. I'm sorry, guys. I don't even know what I'm doing. This is -1. And this is 2 squared. And this is what? 7. Square root of 7, yeah. Because that didn't change, the square root of 7. So, but that's complex. You just have to recognize the skill and know how to do it, okay? Once you recognize the skill, you'll be fine, okay? You should be able to, once you get to a place where you cannot simplify it anymore, that's how you know, okay? If you use 2 times 14 here, you probably have 14 in there and it can be simplified further. And once I tell you to simplify, I want to see that you simplified it to a place where it cannot be simplified any further, okay? Hamad, are you watching me? Mm-hmm. Anybody else got 3i root 10 for question 1? So Hamad, check, okay?
Teacher, for the 10, I can simplify for 5.
Well, what will you get?
I got 5i wrote 9, but I didn't simplify 9. I just simplify 10. I did opposite. So is that okay, or just focus in both of them, or just one of them?
As long as you still have a square number inside here, you can simplify it. If I have, let me see, let's just say maybe if I have something like 20, let's say I have 3i root 20. I can simplify that further, yeah? Because I know that there's 4 inside there, 4 times 5. I can bring out that 4, okay? But if I have 2 times 10, what am I going to do with it? They're all sorts, so I can leave them as they are. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, guys. Check that you can do it, okay? Well done. So negative 45, square root of negative 45. Well done, guys. I can do 1 times 45, but there's no square number there. I can't do 2, but I can do 3 times what? 15. There's no square number there. I can do 4. I can't do 4, but I can do 5 times 9. So 9 is a square number. So I'm definitely going to use 5 times 9. So that's going to be negative 1 times 5 times 9. And I can rewrite that as the square root of negative 1 times the square root of 5 times the square root of 9. That's going to give me I times root 5 times 3, because square root of 9 is 3. So I can write that nicely as 3i root 5. Okay, guys. So that's how you do it for that one. You're definitely going to get one of those type of questions. So you need to know how to do it. If you don't know how to do it, this is your chance. How about the square root of negative 32? Did anybody do it? Let me check the chat. Well done, Reem. I'm going to have a look now. Hamad, I didn't get no answer from you. For number 3.
Okay, I will try.
Try it now for me. Yeah? Okay, let's see. Let's see. Okay, Naji, we'll see. Square root of minus 32. Yeah, so Naji, you said you used square root of, you used 16 times 2. Okay. Khaled, if you have root 8, you still have a square number inside of root 8. Yeah. So I'm going to show you like what to do with your root 8. Okay. So this is let's go with Naji's one. Square root of negative 1 times 16 times 2. Okay. But first of all, let me first of all do the factors of 32. You can have 1 times 32. You can have 2 times 16. You can have 3, or no 3. Can you have 4 times 8? Yeah. I think there's a square number on here, and there's a square number on here. And I think it's better for me to use this one. And the reason it's better for me to use this one is because I can bring it right down straight away. But if I use this one, I can still have 4 inside here, because this is 4 times 2, isn't it? And that's still a square number. Yeah? Yeah. Okay, Ali. Yeah, so that's still a square number. So I'm going to go with the highest one. Yeah, the highest square number. And if I use that one, I'm going to have I oh, -1 times the square root of 16 times the square root of 2. And that's going to be I times 4 times root 2. Yeah. So that's going to be, let's write it up now, tidy. Yeah, 4I root 2. Okay. And that's how we do it. That's what we do. That's how we do it. Yeah. Hamad. Okay, because Hamad, have a look now. You said, so yours is 2I root 8. Yeah, but I can still write root 8 as root 4 times root 2. And that's going to give me 2 root 2. And if I put that out, then that will still come to 4I root 2. Yeah. So that's why you need to use the highest one. No, your answer. Oh, 2I root 4. Yeah. Okay. So you need to watch out for these things, okay? Watch out for it. I don't know why you people are mixing them up. Don't mix them up. Now, these are the ones you get the easy marks on. Okay? Get your easy marks on this one, and then you can fight for the hard questions. Make sure that you write how I work them out, okay? I think I've given you quite a few examples on there. Make sure that you can do these ones I put on the board for you. If you can do these ones, you can do any other ones I put in the exams, okay? Okay, with thirds, I'm not going to make it complex in the exams. It's going to be pretty much straightforward. Like, it's just going to say simplify, and then you just simplify, or it's going to say expand or rationalize the denominator. So you know how to rationalize the denominator. Let's do expanding brackets first, yeah? So maybe if I give you root 2 minus 5 times root 2 plus 7, yeah? You know that root 2 times root 2 is 2, don't you? So you have to use what's inside the first bracket to multiply everything that is in the second bracket. Root 2 times root 2 is 2. Root 2 times 7 is 7 root 2. Negative 5 times root 2 is negative 5 root 2. And negative 5 times 7 is negative 35. Now you just collect like terms, okay? 2 minus 35 is what? Negative 33. 7 minus 5 is plus 2 root 2, okay? When the roots are the same, you just add the outside, the whole numbers, yeah? When the roots are the same, you just add or subtract the whole numbers. Okay, guys, I take it we can do this one, yeah? Have a go at this one for me. Let me just make sure that you guys can do it. You guys are just unusually quiet. I don't know if it's exam fever. Okay, so Hamad, you got, okay, we'll see now. We'll see what the others get. All done? Okay, well done. I think lots of you got it right, so I'm going to leave it there, okay? -5 to Ode says -5 root 2, and Naji says -5 root plus 2 root 3. And Hamad says -5 plus 2 root 3. So lots of you got the answer. So make sure you can do those ones, okay? Just in case of your exams, you get something similar, all right? The other thing that you may need to know how to do for this is rationalizing the denominator, okay? And your question might look something like this. Simplify. Well done, Reem. Same thing as the boys, so well done. So your question might say, simplify 5 over 4 plus root 2. And when you get something like that, what you have to do is use the conjugate pair, okay? And the conjugate pair is just the same thing, but with a different sign, okay? 4 minus root 2, yeah? And that's just going to help to remove that root in the bottom number, yeah? It's going to remove that surd. It will eliminate the surd from the bottom number, because when you are doing division or when you are writing fractions are divisions, yeah? Fractions is just division. 5 over 2 is the same thing as 5 divided by 2. And that 2 there is telling you how many places you have to divide that 5 by, yeah? But if you have square root of an irrational number on that bottom number there, you won't know how to do that division. It will become too difficult. So what we're trying to do here is to rewrite this problem, or rewrite it in a way that we don't have that square root on the bottom number, yeah? We have that bottom number as a whole number, and then we have the roots elsewhere. So this conjugate pair helps us to get rid of that root in the bottom number. So let's have a look. 5 over 4 plus root 2, yeah, times 4 minus root 2 times 4 minus root 2. So what you do now is you multiply the top numbers, and then you multiply the bottom numbers. Okay, and that's just going to give you, let me clear out this space so that we can do it. This is just going to give you 20 minus 5 root 2 over 4 times 4 is 16. 4 times negative root 2 is minus 4 root 2. Root 2 times 4 is plus 4 root 2. Root 2 times root 2, or root 2 times negative root 2 is negative 2. Yeah, and now you can see that you have plus and minus of the same number, so they will eliminate each other, and your answer then will become a whole number in the bottom, 20 minus 5 root 2 over, what is here? 16 minus 2 is 14. Yeah, so that's how you do it. So that's how you simplify stuff like this. So you guys have a go at this one for me. Okay, I hope you know what you have to use now to eliminate the bottom number. You have to use the same thing, but you change the sign to the opposite sign, yeah? Okay. Well done, Hamad. We'll see now. We'll see what others are getting, okay? See what the others are getting. Okay, somebody got 21 plus 3 root 3 over 23. Somebody else got 21 plus 6 root 3 over 23. So we'll see who is correct. Yeah. Okay, so those are the things you are expected to have for your topic 7. Yeah. So those are the things you're expected to have for your topic 7. For this one, you should have 6 over 7 minus root 3 times 7 plus root 3 times 7 plus root 3. And this would be 6 times 7 plus root 3 over 7 minus root 3 times 7 plus root 3. And this is going to give you And this is going to give you 6 times 7 is 42 plus root 3 plus 6 root 3 over 7 times 7 is 49. 7 times root 3 is plus 7 root 3. Minus root 3 times 7 is minus 7 root 3. And minus root 3 times root 3 is 3 minus 3, okay? And here you would have, these guys will cancel out each other, and you will have 42 plus 6 root 3 over 6. What did we get in the charts? Let me see. Oh, okay. Only Rim got it right, to be honest. I don't know where people did your multiplication to get 21 from. When did 7 times 6 become 21, guys?
Yeah, but we have to simplify.
Pardon?
But we simplify.
You simplified it.
Yes.
But the thing is, if you simplify it, look, 42 over 46. This problem here is the same thing as 42 over 46 plus 6 root 3 over 46. Yeah. So which one did you simplify? Yeah. You know, when you have it like this, you just can't do this, because what about this one? So I don't know, guys. Yeah. I don't know. You may be right. Okay. So, anyways, when you do it for me in the exams, I will check to know whether you are right or wrong. I should give you another one. No problem. You're fine. You guys are fine. I think you have the skill now. Good. Okay, do this one. I know that you are like, you got your math skills and you want to like just 11 over 7 plus root 6. Okay, you guys try out that one, okay? Now quickly, so that we can go on to topic 8 and 9, okay, guys? Okay, did we get it? How many people got the answer for that one? Mm-hmm. 66, 77, 7, 11, 11, 66. Wow, I'm getting lots of double numbers here from you guys. Okay, let's have a look. So this should give you 11 over 7 add root 6 times 7 minus root 6 over 7 minus root 6. And that's equal to 11 times 7 minus root 6 over 7 plus root 6 times 7 minus root 6. This would be 77 minus 11 root 6 over 7 times 7 is 49 minus 7 root 6 plus 7 root 6 minus 6. Those two guys will cancel out each other, and you would have 77 minus 11 root 6 over 43. Let me see. Well done, Ali. Naji, was that a mistake or what? Yeah, and Rin too. I think that was a mistake. I think you wanted to write 77 minus 11 root 6 over 43. Yeah. Okay, that's all right. I'm happy when you guys show me that you can do it. Yeah, that's okay. Okay, I'm happy. It's more important to me. For me, I feel successful when I know you people learn and you learn something and you can do it. It's better for me. I feel happier that you people learned something than that you got marks, you got high marks. High mark is for the day. After that day, do you know it? No, you don't know it. So that's bad. I would like for you to get your marks. Don't get me wrong. I would like for you to get your high marks. But what's the point of the high marks if you don't know it? That is where it pinches me into my bone marrow, because for me, I want to see that you're making progress academically and that you are growing intellectually. You understand? Your intellectual is developing, not just the paper. It's a piece of paper at the end of the day, yeah? It's a piece of paper at the end of the day that you get. But life is not about piece of paper. And the way the world is going, I think some of you know me and you know that I'm on YouTube, I'm here, I'm there, I'm doing things. When I finish teaching you, I go to my backyard, I film myself, I put it. So at the end of the day, life is not all about the marks. It's all about giving yourself the skills to be able to put yourself out there and win properly, not this winning of I got the marks. No, that's not the whole point. Yeah. Yes, if you deserve it, why not get the marks? It's good. It gives you the motivation to do more if you passed it and you got it right. But it's more important for you to have that skill, to be able to defend yourself. Even if you're sleeping and they wake you up and say, what is this? You can explain it. It's better for you than to have the thing and you say, oh, I got this. But when your children ask you, Dad, Mom, what is this? You can't tell them. You can't tell your own children what you said you learned. You got your first class or your 2-1 or whatever thing you got from school or your A star that you cannot defend. So that's why you see me, I'm always not happy with you when you try to cut corners. I always want you to know that thing and know it first. That gives me joy. It makes me, as a teacher, I go to sleep feeling very happy because I know that my students understand what I taught them and they can do it, instead of, and if you can demonstrate to me that you can do it, why not? You deserve the marks, you will get it. Okay? Okay, guys, I'm going to teach you. Let's look at topic 8 now. Yeah, let's look at what we did with topic 8. I know some of you have not done your assessment yet. but you can benefit from this now if you haven't done it, so pay attention. So for topic 8, from our scheme of work, we are supposed to be able to do binomial expansion, okay? And lots of you struggled with this. Lots of you struggled with this. The Pascal's triangle was simple for some of you, but once I introduced the factorial notation and using the NCR to work it out, some of you began to struggle with it. And because it's a new thing, you're going to struggle with it, but you need to know how to do it, okay? To pass the course. I told you at the beginning of this course, some of the things on the course you will find very useful in your life always. Some of the things you just have to learn them to pass it. Yeah. So that's how it is in maths. Even me, I have my favorite maths topics and I have the one I'm not so keen on, but I have to still teach you, or I have to still enjoy them. I have to still do them. So I still try to do them, even though I don't enjoy them. Okay. So you had to do 2 things for me in assessment 8. Let's have a look at the things you had to do for me in assessment 8, first of all. Okay, you had to do the Pascal's triangle one. So you had to do that to find the coefficient of x to the power of 5 in the expansion. Yeah, right. So we need to have a look at what we did in class again to do that. And then you had to do using the combination formula to work out the coefficient of x to the power of 5. The same problem, but using the combination formula. And I taught you this in class. Okay, let's have a look. And in fact, I did the combination formula in 2 lessons because you guys, the first lesson, you were just off completely. Then the second lesson, you picked up a little bit, but the first one, you people were completely off. Okay, so let's have a look at what we did. We'll just run through it, scrub through it to remind ourselves. Okay, I told you about the expansion of x plus 1, x plus 1 squared, x plus 2, x plus 1 cubed, and how complex it can become if you have x plus 1 to the power of 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We definitely can't do them. So we use the Pascal's triangle to help us. On the Pascal's triangle, we had that the previous ones add to make the new lines. Yeah, the new lines are formed by adding on the previous lines. So you have 1 plus 1 here to make 2, 1 here to make 1, and on the ends, you have just 1 coming down to make like a pyramid. So you have the first line, the second line, the third line, the fourth line. If I were you, I'm just going to make that, write out that Pascal's triangle up to the 5th or the 6th line and then leave it somewhere so that I remember how to use it. Yeah. Okay, so this was how we did x plus 1 to the power of 6, yeah? We used the 6th line of the Pascal's triangle, yeah? We use the 6th line of the Pascal's triangle to do x plus 1 to the power of 6, and we have the powers of x coming down, yeah? We had the powers of x coming all the way down until it goes to the x to the power of 0 at the end, yeah? So it's 1x to the power of 6, then 6x to the power of 5, then 15x to the power of 4, 20x to the power of 3, 15x squared, 16x to the power of 1, and 1x to the power of 0, which you didn't get anything there because it's equal to 1. Okay, so that's what you had to do for that one. You know this. It's not a problem. It shouldn't be. Okay. I think you had something similar to do for me in the assessment, which all of you should have completed by now. I don't know whether you did complete it. You should all have completed it by now. So you may have something like that to do for me in the exams. You may have, I may ask you to write out the expansion of x to the power of, or x plus 1 to the power of, something like that in the exams, yeah? Okay, so this is 1 plus x to the power of 3. And we're using the first line of the Pascal's triangle to do this one. Yeah. Let me just write it out so that I can show you guys in my whiteboard. Again, for those who were scared of it. Okay, so you should know how to do this one and the other one. We had a look at the negative one as well. And we had a look at some of them that were a little bit more complex. But I think the one that I gave you for your assignment was a really basic one. Let me go back and check your assessment to see what I gave you. I think it was a really basic one that you had to do for me. Yeah, so it's a really basic one. Using the Pascal's triangle. So I think this is Pascal's triangle. Yeah. So you had to do it all the way up to the power of 10. But it's only telling you to find the coefficient of x to the power of 5. Yeah, in the expansion. So you didn't even have to get up to 10. But you know what is starting and what is ending. Yeah. So here I shouldn't be doing your homework for you now. I shouldn't be doing it for you. Yes, I'm not going to teach you those ones because they are there for you and you haven't done them on your homework. So I'm not going to teach you how to do them. Okay. And using the combination formula is the same question, but this time using the combination formula. You had to show me. So I'm going to show you the recorded live lesson for when we used the combination formula. I think this was okay. Oh, I did the same one twice. Oh, this was still the Pascal's triangle because I explained it to you guys in 2 lessons. Because the first lesson, you guys were just dazed. I think it's the next one. So it's this one. So you had to use your calculator to do the first one. And you already know how to find NCR on your calculator. Yeah, and choose, yeah. So you know how to do that from foundation maths. You learned how to do that in foundation maths. So there goes the first example. Okay, to expand x plus 2 to the power of 3, you use 3, choose 0 for the coefficient, 3, choose 1, 3, choose 2, and 3, choose 3. For x to the power of 3, x to the power of 2, x to the power of 1, and x to the power of 0. Okay? And that's how you do it. Then you do, for the other term, then you do, let me write it out. Maybe I will explain this one for you guys. Okay, let's have a look. I'm going to explain it to you guys now on my whiteboard, because you still have your assessment to do. I'm not going to do, because what's going to come in your exams is going to be something similar to what is on your assessment. So I'm just going to explain that to you, okay? And these are going to be the big marks at the end of the exams. Yeah, you have to draw that graph. You have to draw a trigonometry. I think just like foundation maths, there will be like 2 or 3 graphs in your exams. And of course, you know, the graphs carry the bigger marks. You have to maybe do like a trigonometric graph for me, and then you have to do that graph of shifting the x squared. Yeah, you have to shift the x squared, and maybe you have to identify which one is linear, which one is I don't know. Well, you will see. Okay, we'll see on Monday what I'll come up with. So if I said to you, expand x plus 1 or 1 plus x to the power, or x plus 2 to the power of 3, yeah, x plus 2 to the power of 3. Let's do that. So expand using so the question was x plus 2 cubed. Yeah. Now here you have to do, start with 3, choose 0. Then you have to do 3, choose 1, 3, choose 2, 3, choose 3. When you get to 3, choose 3, you stop because you've reached the highest power. Okay, and then you have to look at the first term. Okay, and it's going up in powers of, or it's going down in powers of 3. Yeah, so this would be x to the power of 3 if you're expanding this now. And the next one here would be x to the power of 2. And the next one here would be x to the power of 1. And the last one will be x to the power of 0. Yeah, and then let's deal with the, sorry guys, I need to color coordinate this thing for you guys so that you know. Let's come to to the second term, which is 2. Yeah, and 2 is going up starting from 0. So the first one you have is times 2 to the power of 0 times 2 to the power of 1 times 2 to the power of 2 and times 2 to the power of 3. Now 3 choose 0. What is 3 choose 0? Put them in your calculator for me, guys. 3 choose 0 is what?
1.
And 3 choose 1 is what? On your calculator. I hope you remember how to do it.
3.
Yeah. Okay, 3 choose 1 is 3. And 3 choose 2 would be
3. 3.
3. Good. And 3 choose 3 would be what?
1.
1. Okay, so of course you can see that that's the first line of the third line of the Pascal's triangle. So now you have x to the power of 3. What is 2 to the power of 0? It's 1. Yeah. Now, then you have times x to the power of 2. What is 2 to the power of 1? It's 2. Yeah. And then you have x to the power of 1. What is 2 to the power of 2? It's 4. Yeah. And then you have x to the power of 0, which is 1. Yeah. Times 2 to the power of 3 is what? It's 8. Let's not forget our addition signs. Yeah. So this here would come to x to the power of 3. Add 3 times 2 is 6, 6x squared. Add 3 times 4 is 12, 12x. And 1 times 1 times 8 is 8. And that's how you do it. Okay, that's how you do it. And that's how you get the full marks for it. Okay, guys, that is how you do it. Make sure you can do it. All right, for the exams. When we come back after the break, we can have a look at topic 9, okay? I've shown you topic 1, topic 7. Topic 8 is going to be 2 questions. One is going to be Pascal's triangle, and the other one is going to be using expanding using the binomial expansion, okay? The NCR, the combination formula. The first one is going to be done using the Pascal's triangle. The second one is going to be done using combination formula. Yeah. Okay, so I shall see you guys. Go and have your break, and we are back at what time? 1:45. All right, guys. Okay, guys. Welcome back, everyone. We're going to do the register and then we have a look at topic 9. And when we look at topic 9, then we know we finished the revision sessions, okay? Monday is just going to be a targeted revision, which I'm not going to stream, okay? So I'm just going to tell you, okay, keep your eyes on this place, keep your eyes on this place, keep your eyes on this place. And this is how you do it. This is how you do it to get the marks, okay? You guys, you are further math students, so you are not like, if it's foundation maths, all those other people, I will not like, but I want you guys, because when you say you've done further maths, you did further maths, it's not, the expectation is high, okay? So I want you to know it and know it. Okay. Who is this now? 10:45. Wow, somebody's coming to my door. Sorry, guys. I have to go and check.
Good morning. Roger, for David Hunt.
What is the next one?
Was 8, sorry, 6. No.
It's all right. Sorry. Goodness me. Okay. Abdullah Loud.
Yes.
Naji. Abdurrahman Alanazi.
Yes, teacher, I'm here.
Ariam. Ariam there. Hamad.
Yeah.
Reem. Ibrahim Al-Majed. Khaled Al-Otaibi. Ali Asharani. Ali. Okay. Abdurrahman Ashmari.
Yes, yes.
Odey. Odey
Yes.
Bimadi.
Yes, I'm here.
Khaled Bauji. Reem. Ariam. Okay. Sorry, so noisy. I have to wait. So this was the recorded lesson for topic 9. I don't know whether we did another one. Let me check. Let me check the YouTube channel. Let me check Mass Junction and see. we had further maths topic 8, further maths topic 9, sketching graphs, further maths. So yeah, so that's what we've done so far, yeah. Binomial expansion. We've done that. And sketching graphs. I think that's the main thing that we had to do. Okay. So I'm going to take you to your scheme of work, what you should have covered, okay, the teacher's documents, which I'm sharing with you because I want you to know what you should have covered, okay? So you should know to be able to sketch the graphs of simple functions. You should be able to sketch curves defined by a simple equation, which is the one that I tried to show you. And then sketching transforming graphs, okay? Transforming graphs, okay? So, and then on the live stream, I showed you guys I think we had the first one. I think we had the first one on campus, on school, on the site, and I don't know whether we recorded it or not. I don't think Andre was around in the morning. So we didn't record it, but I did a second lesson in class with you guys because lots of you left the class, I think, because you didn't know what I was doing. I then did this lesson with you on a second attempt to get you to understand it. So if you didn't get it then, you should have gotten it now, okay? You need to recognize all the shapes of the linear graph. So this one would be y is equal to x. And this one is a quadratic graph, obviously. This is the linear graph. This is a cubic graph, okay? The one that has stationary points at 0 here, yeah, and goes all the way down to infinity, negative infinity, and positive infinity. It's a cubic graph, yeah, and I showed you all of them, yeah. A reciprocal graph, yeah? And you should be able to recognize them in the exams. If you have exams, it may say match this graph to the correct, match the names to the correct graphs. Yeah, you should be able to do them and know them. And also, we then looked at linear graphs in detail. Yeah, I showed you y is equal to 2, y is equal to x, y is equal to a particular number, x is equal to a particular number. Yeah, I showed you y is equal to negative x, and I told you about the general format of a linear equation. Y is equal to mx plus c, and I did all the different transformations. I took you onto this website, which is Desmos, and I showed you all the different transformations and what they look like. I hope you remember that. Okay, and I showed you how you transform, yeah, the y-intercept when you say y is equal to x plus 5. This is y is equal to x, but y is equal to x plus 5 is going to shift the graph up to 5 there, yeah? And y is equal to x minus 5 is going to shift the graph down to negative 5. So that's it for the linear graphs. You need to know them and be able to identify them if you see them in the exams. Let me see how many questions you have for topic 9. So topic 9 is going to be question 19 and 20. So you should be able to identify linear graphs. And then the next question, you need to be able to sketch and transform quadratic graphs. So that's the last and the biggest question, okay? You got one question, one graph to sketch and transform either sine or cosine. And then you have another graph to sketch and transform quadratic. So here goes the quadratic one, yeah? The general format for the quadratic is ax squared plus bx plus c, yeah? And I showed you what happens when you reduce the coefficient of x here on the first term. For y is equal to x squared is the basic one. Y is equal to 2x squared is going to come halfway in between those ones. Y is equal to 4x squared is going to come halfway in between 2x squared and 0, yeah? And then y is equal to negative x squared is the one that is upside down, yeah? So then I told you about completing the square, because when you have been able to write it in completed square form, then you can be able to slide it to the left and right, or up and down, yeah? So what we were doing was translating the graph to the left and right, or up and down. And I showed you the formula for completing the square, and you had to use that formula to do completing the square. And when you've written it in completed square form, then you are able to slide it left, right, or up and down, yeah? We spent quite a bit of time doing completing the square. You need to know how to do it for the exams. If you don't know how to do it, you are going to struggle. You will not be able to do this problem, because you need to know how to write it in completed square form. Can you see that once it has been written in completed square form, then x minus 3 means you have to shift it to the positive direction, 3 plus 3, and then plus 6 here means you have to take it up to 6, and your graph is going to end up on the 6th place there, yeah? So that's how you do it. I'm probably going to go over one of these ones with you now, so that you guys know how to do it. Okay. 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 Okay, Ariam, okay. So let's have a look at the one that I did in class with you to remind you what you need to know how to do, okay, for your exams. Clear all my drawings. And first of all, what was your assessment? What did I ask you to do? Let me see your assessment 9. Yeah, that was so easy. Yeah, so yeah, so your question is going to say something similar. It's going to say, by completing the square, yeah, sketch the graph of blah, 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 blah. Let's say y is equal to x squared minus 6x plus 15. This was the example that we did in class, yeah? And I told you that if y is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c is the general format of a quadratic equation, then you can use this formula to complete the square on this equation, yeah? So what you have is y is equal to ax plus b over 2a squared plus c minus b squared over 4a. Yeah, so now we're being asked to write, to use completing the square to sketch this graph. So let's write this graph, this function in completed square form. Yeah, let's write that function in completed square form. What is this? Yeah, we already did it the other day, but I'm just going through it, okay? Yeah, so you would have your a here is 1, b is -6, and c is 15. Yeah, so you just put them in, plug them in, and then you can rewrite this as y is equal to 1 times x plus b is equal to -6 over 2 times 1 squared plus c is 15 minus 6 squared over 4 times 1. Yeah, and now you can simplify this to x minus 6 over 3 is over 2 is minus 3 squared. Don't touch the square here, leave it as it is. Yeah, plus all of these things here, if you put them into your calculator, they will come to 6. Yeah. Now, once you have this, it's now time to sketch. It's now time to do your sketch graph. Okay, you don't need graph paper, you don't need anything for this. You can just make your sketch and leave your markings on for me to see it. Draw your y-axis, draw your x-axis, label them x and y, and start with the basic y is equal to x squared. Sketch that one. Okay, so you know what that one looks like. Y is equal to x squared. Now, y is equal to x minus 3 squared is going to push this graph from 0 to 3 plus 3, okay? X minus 3, y is equal to x minus 3 squared is going to push this same graph, yeah, to x plus 3. It's going to push it in the positive direction. So it's going to come here. That's y is equal to x minus 3 squared. Let me write that neatly for you guys so that you don't complain. Okay, and then y x minus 3 squared plus 6, when you add 6 to it, that's just going to bring it up to 6 here. Okay, so this will become 6. And then that graph will come up here. And then it will become this graph here. That's going to transform the same graph. Now, if you're doing it with your pencil, you can rub it out and make it nice and neat, okay? This would become y is equal to x minus 3 squared plus 6. Do you see how I transformed it? Yeah, you see how I transformed it from y is equal to x squared, okay, the first one, to y is equal to x minus 3 squared. Yeah, and then I now transformed y is equal to x minus 3 squared to y is equal to x minus 3 squared plus 6. Plus 6 took it up to 6 here. Okay, so those are the things you have to know, and that's what you have to know for your exams. That's what I'm looking to see in your exams. Okay, the one that I gave you for your assignment, you should complete the square. Start by completing the square. When you are finished completing the square, then you transform it. Okay, you transform it to the left or to the right, whatever it takes, however it takes you in the completed square form. You transform it and then transform it up or down, however it takes you. Okay. Any questions? So are you guys feeling ready for the exams now? Oh gosh. Are you guys feeling ready for the exams now? How many questions? 20. 20 questions, okay? 20. Let's keep it at 20. 2 hours. Yes, revise everything on your own. Yeah, okay, that's good. That's a good strategy, okay? Make your little notes. Yeah, make your little notes and you keep them, okay? Your own notes that you know you understand. All the things I told you for assessment 1 to 9, most of your exam is going to be on the assessments. Go to your assessments, look at the things you did, try them out again. You did assessment 1, it's almost 3 months ago, don't forget. So make sure, go back and practice it and see what is there. Sometimes it's the easy questions that people fail. Is this, what type of shape is this? People fail it. And you would think that you know the difference between square and rectangle, but you will get it wrong. So go and practice it, okay? I'll be in the background marking your work and checking that everything is up to date and setting up the questions for your exams, okay? If you're finished and you're happy, you want to leave, feel free. But if you want to stay back to follow up, if when I'm marking, to check your grades and cross-check and make sure that your Moodle is up to date, you can do that because everything about Moodle is going to end this weekend, okay? Thank you guys so much. It's been a wonderful year with you all, okay? I wish you the best of luck for your exams. I see you on Monday, all right? I'm in the background if anybody has any questions. Thank you, Reem.